You there. The girl in the back with the thrift store shoes. Get up here. Now. Julian Vane's voice was a blade that sliced through the Apollo Center. 500 high society donors froze. 3 million viewers watched the live stream. Maya Thorne was 12 years old. Her fingers dug into the fabric of her skirt as she walked toward the light. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to. Save it, Julian interrupted, grabbing her shoulder and pulling her into the blinding white of the spotlight. Let's see if you actually have a gift, or if you're just a charity case taking up space. He snapped at his orchestra. Give her aria of the sun, the high E_6 that bought me my private jet. He leaned in, his microphone off but hers still hot, and whispered, choke quietly, kid. The world held its breath. Maya stood there, a small figure from a cramped apartment in the South Bronx, where her mother worked double shifts as a nurse just to keep the lights on. Maya had been singing in her church choir since she was 5, and by 8, her teacher realized she was a rarity, 1 in 10,000 people born with perfect pitch. She could hear the physics of sound, the subtle vibrations that most people missed. Earlier that afternoon, during soundcheck, Maya had heard something that didn't make sense. She watched Julian rehearse his signature hit. When he reached for that famous high note, his voice cracked and failed, landing nearly a full fifth below the target. He had screamed at his technician to boost the digital layer. When he sang it again, the note was perfect, but it was hollow. To Maya's ears, it was a recording, a static frequency of exactly 1,318.51 Hz. Now on that stage, Maya looked at the man who had built a billion-dollar empire on a lie. Julian stepped back, waiting for her to fail. Whenever you're ready, he sneered. Maya took a breath, remembering her grandmother's words, if they try to make you small, stand tall. Mr. Vane, Maya said, her voice small but steady through the speakers. Could you turn off the backing track, please? I want to hear how you hit the E_6 live. I want to learn. The room went tomb silent. Julian's charity smile twitched. The track is for the broadcast mix, sweetheart. But you hit it so easily on the album, Maya countered. If I'm going to sing it, I want to hear your real voice first. Just one note. The audience began to murmur, then a shout came from the balcony, sing it, Julian. Cornered, he signaled the tech to kill the audio support. He took a breath, his neck veins bulging, and reached for the note. What came out was a strangled, broken rasp that ended in a humiliating cough. I have perfect pitch, Mr. Vane, Maya said, her voice growing stronger. The note on your album is exactly 1,318.51 Hz. What you just sang was barely 987 Hz. And it wasn't even your voice. That's Elena Vance's recording, isn't it? The session singer you never credited. The theater erupted. Within minutes, Julian's legal team was backstage. By midnight, a $10 million defamation lawsuit had been filed against Maya's mother. They offered a $100,000 scholarship if Maya signed a retraction, and when she refused, they leaked photos of her family's government assistance records to smear her as a fraud. Sign the paper, Maya, their lawyer hissed, or watch your family drown. Maya looked at her mother, who was pale but resolute. I'm not a liar, Maya said. He is. The next morning, the invisible people began to speak. Elena Vance posted her original master tracks. 12 other ghost singers came forward with contracts proving they had provided the voices for Julian's hits while he lip-synced for 15 years. A high-profile attorney took Maya's case for free, and in a landmark hearing, a judge asked Julian to demonstrate his range under oath. He sat in stony silence. Julian Vane's empire evaporated. His Grammys were revoked, and his sponsors vanished. But Maya's impact was just beginning. Her bravery led to the Thorne Act, a law requiring transparency for live performances. She used the money raised by her community to build a music academy for kids who, like her, had talent but no money. Today, Maya Thorne is 15. She still lives in the Bronx and still sings in her church. When she finally performed at the Grammys, she stood alone with a single microphone. No tracks. No tricks. Just a girl who refused to be quiet. When she hit that final note, it wasn't just a sound, it was the truth. Maya's story proves that you don't need $1 billion to change the world, you just need the courage to speak up when everyone else is whispering. At Elliot Stories, We believe the truth is the most powerful frequency there is. If you were 12 years old, standing in Maya's shoes, would you have taken the $100,000 to save your family, or would you have risked everything to expose the lie? Drop your honest answer in the comments below. If this story reminded you that your voice has power, subscribe to Elliot Stories and share this video. We tell the stories the world tries to hide, because the truth is always worth the noise. Join the movement. Find your voice. Only on Elliot Stories.